Radio. Angelique here with Yandy Smith. Noel Calloway, writer, director of Life, Love, Soul. So the very first thing that happened when we walked in this room is you guys have a previous relationship. You came up together?
We did. We went to high school together, and we're really good friends in high school, and things sort of went full circle. And he reached out to me, what was it, maybe about 5 years ago?
Yeah, like four, 5.
Yeah, about he was writing a film, and I was just kind of getting into the TV world myself. But I've been in music now for 10 years, and we thought that we can come together and make something happen. But I was crazy back then, and now things have come back around, and I'm all on board. So yeah, we went to high school together.
I'm going to ask what crazy back then means. We'll talk about that later. So this is your baby, right?
Absolutely.
How long? She said 5 years ago. How long from when you put the first pen to paper to now?
Oh, I wrote this in 1997. After my senior year of high school, I wrote this film. And wrote a bunch of other films. Worked in youth services in New York, did a few other things. Didn't really know how to get into the film business. But I just had all these scripts sitting around. And I started working on another project that fell apart. And I felt like this was something that we could do organically. I linked up with Alan West, who's an executive producer on this project, and Deidre Tate, who's a producer, who had, endless connections within the business. And they said, there's a good script, and we feel like we can get this made. And we all just pooled our resources and pulled it together. And we started this project in 2007. So 10 years after I wrote it, we started making it. And, here we are.
And this is for both of you guys. Back in the 90s, 80s, there used to be the big fight, the community, we need more black films. Why isn't Spike Lee playing here in our neighborhood? Do you think now that Tyler Perry has shown up, the black community sort of lost their fights? Like, oh, we got Tyler Perry, we're good.
Yeah, I think to an extent, we've kind of lost that fight. I think the fight has been misplaced because in every other culture and community, there are diverse voices speaking for that culture and that community. There's Martin Scorsese, there's Quentin Tarantino, there's Woody Allen. There are different voices making film, to name just a few. In our community, it seems like we're happy to just have one guy telling our stories. And that one guy can't speak for every community. I'm from Harlem, New York. I was raised in the 80s and the 90s. So Tyler Perry, as great as his films are, he doesn't speak from my voice. Right. Spike Lee, even being from Brooklyn, New York, he was raised in a different time period. He doesn't speak to the audience that I speak to and for. So I think we just need to open our eyes to diversifying black cinema and not just saying we have black films, because there are diverse voices out there.
Right. Yandy Smith with us. We're talking about the new movie Life, Love, Soul, coming out April 13th. DC, LA, New York, New Jersey, Baltimore, Atlanta, Chicago. How could I forget Chi-Town?
We just came from there.
Okay. No one knows what a producer does. They think it's the person that comes in with the money, and you're a female producer. What's that?
Well, you know what? I really thought that it was important to back Noel in this film because of the message. And producers do, they do almost everything in a film that the director might not have time to do. This director is the writer, the producer, he's everything. But a lot of the times directors can't focus on some of the little things, the aspects, some of the marketing, producers oversee. A lot of the budgetary needs the producers oversee. The branding producers oversee, and I think it's very, very important. And that was really why I wanted to be a part of this, because I think it speaks to an audience that has been untouched and that needs to, just be shown a little love. And I really, really want to get this movie out there and help with branding and help with my celebrity sense, love and hip hop and my career in music, just to bring on a different audience that I think can really benefit from this story. And I think it's important. I think it's important for young people to know. And for whatever reason, these young kids, they love me. And I wanted to make sure that that they heard another voice.
The story looks like something that we're all familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, deadbeat, teen pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
How personal is this story to you, Noel?
It's very personal, even though it's not autobiographical. These are not incidents from my own life. But as I said, I wrote this as a teenager, looking at teenagers around me, whether it be friends, family, classmates, who had challenges with their parents, with their fathers, who had lost parents, who were going through other issues that weren't being brought to the forefront in entertainment in a way that, you know, you use the word deadbeat, and that's an accurate depiction in part. Because as you see the story, you see that this man, which is a man, and he's going through different things, and he's learning as he goes as well. So I think sometimes in film we paint these singular pictures of characters, and that's not a real reflection of human. So I think in our film we show layers. We show that there's no good and evil. There's a lot of gray area with the parents, with the children. You know, decisions are made, mistakes are made, but there's always love and support. And I think that's an accurate reflection of real life, and I think that's why people have taken to the film in the way that they have.
Congratulations on all the attention that it's gotten so far. We're talking about the new movie Life, Love, Soul, April 13th, coming to Chicago. Let's start with Chicago, New York, New Jersey, LA, DC, Baltimore, Atlanta. And you have a crazy cast here. Just, you know, Terry J. Vaughn, who of course we know from the Steve Harvey Show, Egypt from WBLS. We're on WBLS in New York. Tammy Roman. And of course some staple people that we know, Cuddy from The Wire, you know, stuff like that. How did you come by this cast? Because I know you didn't have a budget. What'd you do? I know you ain't had no budget. How'd you get them to get involved?
It's a testament, and this has been a humbling experience for me, is the script. The fact that these talented, famous, well-versed actors read my script and said, regardless of budget, I want to be a part of this.
Okay.
And that was something I didn't know existed. You know, I went into it thinking that we would need to increase the budget to get this level of talent, but the same way audiences aren't getting this level of work and this type of story, these actors aren't getting these opportunities either. So for them to have something in front of them that spoke to them creatively and on a human level, they've been super committed to it regardless of what we could or could not pay them.
Okay, all right. April 13th is the date. I'm going to give them your website, noelcallawayfilms.com. Is there another website they can reach you at?
lifelovesoul-movie.com.
All right, great.
Yep, and Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter. The Noel Calloway, and that's NoelCalloway. And I'm Yandy Smith at YANDYSMITH.
You want to talk about Love and Hip Hop?
I mean, we're getting ready to gear up for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And then after Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, we'll have Love and Hip Hop back in New York season 3.
All right, excellent. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for letting women know that producers who are female. I'm a producer too. I produce this show, and they accuse me of doing absolutely nothing, but we work hard, don't we?
Hello, we work hard. We work damn hard. I'm a producer. I'm a manager, and it's
talent.
Hard.
Now you're talent as well.
Talent as well, and then I'm a woman at home. I'm a great girlfriend to my man, and everything else, and possibly a mother one day soon.
Right.
So there's a lot. There's a lot going on, and I'm embracing it. I'm loving it, and I wouldn't have changed anything for the world.
Excellent. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. You guys can hold tight on chat.